Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Ron Hurst again from Developing Leaders. I wanted to do another book review and introduce you to one of my favorite references. This particular book is written by a gentleman by the name of Joseph Badaracco, B-A-D-A-R-A-C-C-O. Kind of an interesting name. It's called Defining Moments. And one of the things that I really love about this book is its subtitle. Because the subtitle is When Managers Must Choose Between Right and Right. The reality of management, this is an ethics book, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, ethics seems to be the topic of the decade, if you think about it. I mean, with the Enrons and all those other companies out there that forced our government into the Sarbanes-Oxley Act and financial reporting, I think it's really important that we evaluate our own system of ethics and look at the alignment between our own personal ethics and that of the organizations that we work for. I'm particularly fond of this book because it introduces the concept of ethics in an accessible way. It's not overly theoretical, it's not overly practical, it covers the bases really well. One of the things, I want to just leave you with one real main comment that I love about this book, and it's something that I think every leader must have, and it's called a go to hell clause. Yeah, I apologize for the language, but it's such an important concept for every leader to have. You see, at some point in your career, you're going to find yourself in a position where your income is either right at or maybe even below your expenses. And you're going to feel like you absolutely need your job in order to provide for yourself and your family. And it's in those moments when we are most vulnerable ethically. Because when we get asked to do something that we don't fundamentally agree with, we start to wrestle. I need my job, but I don't think I want to do this. What do I do? And unfortunately, the fear and the pressure of providing for your family can sometimes outweigh the need to be true to who you are and your own integrity. So again, integrity book, man. I mean, this is such an important thing. So the go to hell clause, what do I mean by that? It's really the kind of financial principle that every leader should have a minimum of 6 months' salary saved up so that they can withstand 6 months of unemployment. Because when someone comes to you and asks you to do something that you fundamentally disagree with, that you find unethical, that you know could be illegal, or is just plain immoral, you need to be able to say to them, no, I will not. Thank you very much. I'm not going to do that. If you don't do that, ladies and gentlemen, what you will find is that your integrity will be eroded a little bit by little bit by little bit, and before you know it, you're not going to recognize yourself. My wife and I had this conversation in about 2005, and I was in a position like I described to you where income and expenses were always neck and neck, and it was really hard to think about the concept of walking away from a job. Luckily, I had an excellent boss who never once asked me to do anything unethical. So I never had to pull out the go to hell clause. But, you know, it was always in my back pocket. And it was really important to me to know that I had it in my back pocket, that I could protect my integrity at all costs. Because it is just not okay for a leader to have to look themselves in the morning and not like who they see in the mirror. Highly recommend this book. Once again, Joseph Badaracco, Defining Moments, When Managers Must Choose Between Right and Right. One last thought, the title. See, the reality is right and wrong can sometimes be easy. Right and right is where it gets difficult. Sometimes the difference between one action and another is a shade of gray. And we need to be able to weigh it out in a fair and equitable manner. So, highly recommend the book, and I hope you enjoy it. You'll find a link to it in the notes below. Thank you very much, and lead well.